In today's class, we are going to deal with a new topic from writing skill, and the name of the topic is summary writing. So let's begin. Making a summary means giving a brief account of the essential points of a passage. So, summary writing means giving a brief account of the essential or important points of a passage. It tests the skills of selection and expression of the important points in the passage. So, in summary writing, the selection and expression of the important points in the passage is very vital. The purpose of a summary is to quickly give the reader or the listener an idea of what a material is saying. So, what is the purpose of a summary? The purpose of a summary is to give the reader or listener an idea or a clear perception of what a material is saying. Now, while making a selection of the key points, care must be taken to ensure that some features given in the passage are omitted. So, while you are writing your summary, keep in mind that when you are making a selection of the key points, then care must be taken to ensure that some particular features given in the passage are omitted. So those features will not be included in your summary. So therefore, a summary gives only the main points of something. That is a brief account of something where all the essential points are combined together and we get a clear idea of the original passage, right? How to write a good summary? So here we have a list of points that tell us how we can write a good summary. Let's have a look at it. First point, read the passage repeatedly till you understand it. So this is the first and foremost thing which you have to do. That is, you need to read the passage a number of times till you understand it completely. Next, underline the important points or ideas. So after having a clear idea of what the passage has, the next thing that you need to do is underlining the important points or ideas in the passage. The third point says, underline the key points expressive for the idea, which means that the key points should be underlined in the passage and those specific points should express the idea. Next, do not use big words or long sentences and quotes. So remember not to use big words or long sentences and quotes in your summary. Next, write in past tense. So your summary should always be written in the past tense. Do not change the order of the points. Therefore, the order of the points should remain unchanged. You cannot change the order of the points while writing the summary. Avoid examples, comparisons, questions, exclamations, quotations, and expressions like I think, in my opinion, and so on. So always remember that you are not supposed to use examples, comparisons of any kind, questions, exclamations, quotations, and expressions like I think or in my opinion and so on. So these things should not be used while writing a summary. Okay? Next, use your own words as far as possible, keeping all the important points. So you have to use your own words as far as possible while writing the summary, and it has to include all the important points. Reduce the passage to half of the original passage. So, you have to reduce the passage to half of the original passage. Okay? Because you are writing a summary of a particular thing. Okay? Next, be sure that your summary contains the idea that the original contains. So always remember that the idea should remain the same. The original idea should not change while you are writing a summary. Okay? And the last point says that use your own language while writing a summary as far as possible. So this I have already mentioned, that while writing a summary, it is beneficial to use your own language as far as possible. But you need to include all the important points in your summary. Now here we have the first passage. One hot day, a wolf and a bull came at the same time to drink water at a small well. Both made up their minds to drink first, and none would give in. From words they soon came to blows. Thus they fought for a long time. At last they were so tired that they were glad to take rest on the ground. As they lay on the ground, they saw a group of crows in the sky. The birds had come to feast on the one which would die first. At this, the two beasts said in one voice, "Why should we fight and be food of these crows? Let us make friends and drink in peace." So as you can see, students, this is the original passage that we have. Over here we have the relevant points, that is the most important points that I have selected from the passage. First point, one day a wolf and a bull came to drink water at the same time. Second point, both wanted to drink water first. Third point, none of them gave up, so they fought and finally fell out. Fourth point, they saw a group of crows flying above while they lay on the ground. Fifth point, the crows wanted to feast on the one which would die first. Sixth point, the wolf and bull understood that both were in danger. And the seventh point says, they became friends and drank in peace. Now, after selecting the relevant points from the passage, now we are going to read out the summary. A wolf and a bull came to drink water from the same well. Both wanted to drink first. They fell out and fought with each other. They became tired and took some rest. Then they saw a group of crows over their heads. The crows came to eat the one which would die first. This was a lesson to the beasts. They made friends and drank in peace. So students, you can see that by reading this summary, we can get a very clear idea of what the original passage has. So the idea in the original passage and in this summary is the same. So always keep in mind that after reading the original passage for a number of times, we have to select the most important points from it, and then we have to combine those points and write down the summary, which would give us a clear perception of the original one. Okay, let's continue. Now here we have the second passage. I will read it out. One great defect of our civilization is that it does not know what to do with its knowledge. Science, as we have seen, has given us the power fit for the gods. Yet we use them like small children. For example, we do not know how to manage are machines. Machines were made to be man's servants, yet he has grown so dependent on them that they are in a fair way to become his masters. Already, most men spread most of their lives looking after and waiting upon machines. And the machines are very stern masters. They must be fed with coal and given petrol to drink, oil to wash with, and must be kept at the right temperature. And if they do not get their meals when they expect them, they grow sulky and refuse to work or blow up and spread ruin and destruction all round them. So we have to wait upon them very attentively and do all that we can to keep them in a good temper. Already we find it difficult either to work or play without the machines, and a time may come when they will rule us altogether just as we rule the animals. So this is the original passage that we have, and now in the next slide I have selected the relevant points from the passage. So let's have a look at it. First point: one flaw of our civilization is that it does not know what to do with its knowledge. Second point: science has given us powers, but we are unable to use them properly. Third point: we must treat our machines with care so that they can function properly. Fourth point: if there is negligence in their treatment, they may refuse to work or spread ruin and destruction. Fifth point: we find it hard to work without machines. Sixth point: a time may come when machines may rule us all together. So after selecting the relevant points, I am now going to read out the summary. We do not know what to do with our knowledge. Science has given us superhuman powers which we do not use properly and are unable to manage our machines. Machines should be fed promptly and waited upon attentively. Otherwise, they refuse to work or cause destruction. We already find it difficult to do without machines. In the course of time, they may rule over us altogether. So by reading this summary, we have a clear knowledge of what the original passage was all about, right? Here we have the third passage, and this you are going to do on your own. You are going to write a summary after reading this passage. Okay? A mother had 3 sons. She used to keep jam in a meat safe. One of the sons, a naughty boy, used to steal it. The mother could not catch the thief. At last, she hit upon a plan. Once she called in all her sons and said, "My dear ones, you see, my jam is daily stolen. You all say that none of you have stolen it, but I know who the thief is. There is a piece of chalk on the head of the child who has stolen the jam." As soon as they heard, one of the sons put up his hand and felt his head. The mother now spotted out the thief and took him to task. So, you have already seen how a summary has to be written. So, following the points, you are going to write a summary of this passage, and for your own convenience, just chalk out the most relevant points and then write a summary using your own language. Thank you.